Welcome back to Mcoc Al Bundy Rules. I got Chapter 2, Quest 1, August 2021 Event Quest for you. So this is 2.1. I got 2.2 on the following video. We'll have them on my channel in order for all 6 quests. Here we see Mystic Consumption, gain a passive prowess, increasing special attack, each time up to 10. While the attacker is close to the defender, defender gains the Fury buff every 3 seconds, increasing their attack. So if you use a Mystic that can nullify or damage buffs, one like a Dr. Voodoo, turn them to poison, stay close, so bringing a mainly Mystic team for path completion. So you can actually manipulate those buffs they might get. And we're going to take a look at this boss. We're seeing Dark Hawk, best defense, Hard Knocks, Fight or Flight. We'll take a closer look at that when we get there. I was just going to bring in Magneto and make it easy. I hope I don't regret my choice later. For some reason, people scream shenanigans when you bring Magneto to hashtag metal bosses. I mean, it's part of the game. I don't know why, but every time I use a Magneto to hashtag metal, I get all these like trolled comments. So I will resist the urge, even though I still don't understand the point of those. But anyway, let's get busy, shall we? We're going to start off with this first fight yonder, going down the easy path for August 2021, Chapter 2, Quest 1. Cavalier difficulty, going to be doing these item-free walkthroughs. When I say item-free, always mean like no boosts, no potions, no rebots, nothing like that. And we will see those prowess going up to 3 right now. So just not doing anything too fancy right now. So being able to nullify those buffs, which Black Widow Claire is very good for that, is giving me those prowess. I'm going to make my special attack a little bit more bang for the buck, a little more oomph, boom, boom. And I primarily like to bait out Yondu's S1. It's just a lot smoother, simpler to bait than that S2 Chaos. Working those prowess up with another nullified, and I see myself getting to S2. I'm on the Incinerate mode, so I think this will be a good time to try to finish that off. Oh yeah, all those prowess on Incinerate mode, nice and smooth. Easy first fight there, nothing crazy, simple strategy. And now going to be looking on up as we go into the next fight. Now we got X-23. Wolverine. Looking at it, I'm going to be cycling through these different champs so we see most of them in action along the way. I brought the Falcon for the boss fight, thinking that might be good, but we'll soon find out. In the meantime, let's go with Sim Supreme. So Sim Supreme figured should be good at nullifying some of these buffs to build up the prowess. We saw that Claire was very good at nullifying to gain those prowess very easy, perfect for these nodes. Was assuming Sim should be similar, but as he cycles through his phases, we'll take a look coming on up. What I do plan is when he gets into his nullify phase, before that, I'm going to try to stay really close, get a lot of these Furies up. I'm getting her Furies up on purpose because I believe I should be able to punish them after we see that little purple sword phase going up right now. But now I'm trying to bait out that S2, so I had to back away. But I believe when it switches to the next phase, the nullify phase, that should punish those. There we go. We see those nullified, and it gave me a whole bunch of prowess. So that strategy worked pretty well. Now if I can bait out this dang S2, she is being super stingy. Nowhere to really go, so there we go. I got myself 9 prowess now, thanks to that little strategy, staying close, waiting for the nullify phase. And now I'm going to go ahead and launch out this S3. Should be some decent damage. Can't complain with that. We see some more nullified there. And easy breezy after that. So, again, staying pretty close, causing her to gain those Furies, wait for nullified phase to nullify them, and cause good damage along with those nice heavy amounts of prowess. Made that a simple, straight to the point fight. And now trying to move forward, getting a little bit of lag, which is always the case when you're trying to do Event Quest on the first day it comes out. I don't think I've ever done one of these videos on the first day without having lag in between. What are the costs of trying to get the content out quick and good to you? So now we're going to bring up Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo is always one of my personal favorite for these kind of nodes, so I stay really up close and personal when I'm using Dr. Voodoo on these kind of nodes. He could easily do the entire, pretty much probably almost every fight on this quest. However, you might not have a Dr. Voodoo, so I got to share it out. So, oops, got a little clip there, mistimed that. But anyway, so what my goal is, I want to get the defender a lot of buffs, and I can give them more buffs by staying close. I want her to get those Furies, and then I'm going to use an S1 on an even count and convert them. So now she's got 12 poisons as we see. We see lots and lots of DOT just melting her away, so I'm just kind of hanging out now. Let her do her thing. Dex has still been a little crazy, been having some issues dexing today. It looks like that bug has not been fixed yet. We saw some issues in my last videos too for Event Quest. But we see Dr. Voodoo smooth for those, so all three of the champs I've used thus far have been very good for these nodes. Any of them that I've used so far could easily take out entire paths by themselves. Now let's check out Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom I'll have to assume should be very good for these nodes as well, but let's find out. When I use Dr. Doom, keep in mind I run Suicide, so I do use them a little less or different rotations, more suicide-friendly rotations, meaning more focuses on the S3s. We already see I'm getting those prowess up, getting those staggers going on, get those nullifies, giving me the prowess already up to 4. So going pretty smooth. Again, getting those staggers going on. Stay close to get those Furies up. And then once it goes away, that just gives me another prowess. So let's go ahead. I was trying to get him a little bit of extra power before I launched that S3. Finally got up to at least a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and use my S3 now. We see that good old castle teleportation, blow a sunroof through there, and another easy fight. So all 4 of the champs I brought to clear the path, super smooth. I'll just kind of bounce around between them for the next couple fights on the path before we get into the boss. And I already know I'm going to regret my decision not bringing the Magneto. I need to stop ignoring the trolls who think that it's cheating or something to use a champ on a metal champ. But anyways, let's get up to this next one. Dr. Voodoo, like I said, Dr. Voodoo is probably my favorite to use on these kind of nodes because you can just get pretty much unlimited damage potential. On one of these nodes a couple months ago, I was kind of playing around just to see how many LOAs and how many of those Furies I could get up. Then I launched an S1. I did a video over on my channel, actually did over 850,000 damage over time off of one S1 on one of these kind of nodes. I got the video up on my channel. So one S1 at over 850,000 damage is pretty cool. So he has almost, it was over 20,000 a tick for those poisons. So he's pretty cool. These are just super easy. You're not going to see to that extent on here because the health pools aren't that high enough, so it's no need to go to that extent. But you are seeing right here, we're seeing very quick, simple, and easy, getting 2,600 damage per tick. Let him melt himself down, fall down, bye-bye. Now we're going to go ahead. So going to just go to use an energy refill. Again, when I talk about no items, I'm talking about the ones like the boost, nothing that's going to impact the gameplay. No boost, no health potions, no revives, nothing like that. I will use an occasional re-energy just because it doesn't change the gameplay in any way, shape, and form. It just helps me get the content out to you that much quicker rather than having to wait hours and hours and hours for the energy to come back naturally. I don't want to keep you waiting for days and weeks for the content. Quicker the better, right? Help you all out. And I completely got my specials mixed up on Super Scroll. I feel like there's been so many champs lately and so many new specials and so many different this and that. I'm having a hard time keeping track these days. I'm getting these specials mixed up, especially some of the newer ones who I haven't bought a ton of times. And he's not even that new. I just haven't seen him that much in content. So forgot about his special. Got mixed up there. Took some damage. Thankfully not too bad. But the good thing with Claire is a little bit of damage is no biggie. Have her on the bleed mode and parries and all. Oh, yeah, forgot about those falters. Some very sloppy play there. However, I can always heal some back if I need to with an S2 of hers. Those falters threw me off. Completely forgot. My bad, my bad. But it shouldn't have that big of an impact in the overall scale of items. Again, we got this good old lag, but not too bad. It's a little bit moving. Wrapping this up, going to teleport our way. Going on over to teleport to Darkhawk. Darkhawk boss. I can pretty much guarantee Magneto should make this a super easy fight, so if you don't want to try to make it a little bit harder next time through, just using Magneto. Anyway, rise to power. 4-second timer active. Hit block 30% power. Defender gains 40% auto block. Gain a power. We have right back at you when the defender is knocked down. Have your special. They become debuff immune for 4 seconds. Hard knocks. Attack performs successful time block. Passive disorient. Fight or flight every 12 seconds. Defender gains an unstoppable for 4 seconds if the attacker is far away. Alright, so there's a lot going on. They just throw on so many buffs. Expect me to have a photographic memory on this stuff. Come on, kabam. Why so many nodes always? So we see I got the disorient when I went ahead and did the parry, so I'll have to keep that in mind on those disorients. A big thing I'm going to have to remember, which I always lose track when there's too many nodes going on, is that unstoppable. We see the unstoppable right there. I stayed far enough back, so I got the unstoppable. If I lose track of that, it's going to change the whole course of the fight really, really quick. I also have to remember about if I knock him down, and oops, I missed track of the timer there, gave him the unstoppable, so I got to go back now. We have to remember about the knockdown. I'm trying to avoid knockdowns right now in Darkhawk because I got cornered. I somehow got clipped by that. I swear I had enough distance on there, but I guess I swear incorrectly. I did not feel like that was going to hit me. It doesn't look like it hit me, but I guess it was the wind flow velocity that just knocked me out. Alrighty. I'm a little annoyed. I don't think that hit should knock me out. That's okay. It wasn't going too well anyways, so let's see what Claire can do. Again, we're looking at these unstoppables. I'm trying to dex. I'm just having a really hard time dexing. I'm taking a lot of block damage. Dex is, I think, worse than ever. Parry doesn't seem as broken as it was, but Dex, I'm just having a lot of Dex issues. Either that or I just got too adjusted to the other broken timing. So I see the unstoppable going. I backed up in time, so he did not get the unstoppable. I want to avoid getting the unstoppable. At this point, I already missed the solo from some sloppy play on the first fight, so I'm just working on my little chain by committee effort, have them all get a little bit done. Claire's down at 3%, so I'm just going to get whatever left I can. She will not be finishing him off most likely, unless I could somehow get her to an S2 and get some regeneration going on, but I don't see that happening at this point. I'll just do whatever last damage I can, which isn't a whole lot more. Let her fall down and finish this dude off with somebody else. You don't get style points for solos or prettiness or anything like that. As long as I get him down without any revives or potions or boosts or anything like that, that's always a win, right? Makes me happy. And if you just want to make this simpler, just use a Magneto. Who cares when people complain? You use Magneto in a hashtag meta. Like, I mean, seriously, people? Anyway, so let's go ahead. Tell you what I really think, huh? Let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm thinking Doom. I'm getting a lot of auto blocks going on. Keeping in mind those auto blocks are an increased frequency with the node. Again, don't forget about the debuff immunes after knocking him down. Got to remember that. So kind of backed off. We saw the unstoppable. I backed off because I want to avoid that. He's in his little invisibility, whichever phase this is called. Now I forget all the semantic names. They got so many semantics on this game. Just make him up as I go half the time. Throw in a little boom chicka luck in the middle between made up words and all good to go. I got a lot of misses there. This is definitely not some of my prettiest gameplay, I'll tell you that. I got myself cornered. This has been ugly, 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 ugly. and ugly, but I still got 2 champs left. So that's the good benefit of bringing a nice team along the way, finishing up the path with no KOs, because I leave room for silly nonsense like this. I'll revisit this fight later and show you something better. This clearly isn't a good fight. I don't know what to do to make this fight good. So anytime a fight gives me a little bit more of a hard time, I'll go back to it, show you how to fight it later. So once I finish up all my completion walkthroughs for the Event Quest Cavalier, this being 2.1, I'll come back to some of the more trickier boss fights or ones that just made me look silly, revisit them, and show you how to get to them later. So keep an eye out for a new video on the Darkhawk in the near future. In the meantime, there we go. He's finally down again. No rebobs, no health pods, none of that stuff. And so anyway, this was Cavalier difficulty 2.1 for August 2021. Don't forget to click the top left icon to subscribe to Mcoc Al Bundy Rules. Turn those notifications on. Check out my monthly EQ walkthrough playlist I update every month. Got more content coming in this month. And don't forget my champ tutorials, all the other good stuff. As always, thank you so much for watching.